Howdy, this is Mackenzie Franklin from Cygame LLC, here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today we're going to be taking a look at Underwater Cities by Vladimir Suchý, published by Rio Grande Games. Now this is a fully sleeved copy. It does include the expansion as well as promo cards and Board Game Geek Up bits, as well as the upgraded metal coins from the Board Game Geek store. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look inside. So right off the bat, we lift the lid off, and inside you'll see three distinct sections. First off, we have these organizers. These are from the Dollar Tree. They're called artist containers. You can get them for $1, and they have 12 sections that are going to store the components for the game. So this includes your coins, separated by denominations, your different production buildings, your roads, and your resources. When you do put the Geek Up bits in, please put the large resources on the bottom here. That way it's easier to take out these square resources. Otherwise, they might get stuck at the bottom. So that's just one little tip. But otherwise, they fit really nicely, and it's easy to pull them out. You also have a section up here for multipliers, the green promo dome, as well as the round counter. So they fit really nicely in here. And you're going to do that for two separate sections. That way, you have two of these organizers, and you can put them on different ends of the table, and you're ready to go. This bottom section here, we have all of the different player components. So these are going to include all of the player cards, all of the discovery tokens, your markers for initiative and points, as well as your actions and endgame scoring reminders, as well as your base game assistance. So 4 plastic bags will do. You don't need any fancy organizers for that. Underneath, we have 2 more plastic bags. This first one is going to contain all the cities. Once again, you don't need anything fancy because the amount of purple cities are variable. So just nice to have those in there. You just pour out what you need. And then lastly, we have another plastic bag with a variety of metropolises. So in the game, you're going to be picking these randomly. So this is really nice for doing so. You simply just shuffle them around, have people pull out the color they need. So really solid, just keep those in a little bag. On the right side here, we have a box, and this organizer is specifically from the Force of Will card game. So Force of Will is a card game that went out of print a while, but their boxes are really nice. They have these 3 divided sections. Now, if you don't have access to something like that, or a box that has sections divided, you could definitely just use either 1 large plastic bag or 3 smaller ones for these 3 separate snacks. And you'll see why these are organized this way. So first off, we do have a silica gel packet in here for freshness, and then it's kind of just in the side here, in this empty space. And then you can lift the sides up here, and underneath, you're going to see that we have all different cards for a different age. So in this first section, we have all the age 1 cards, and that fits really nicely here. Underneath, we're going to have the different special cards organized. So if you look, we're just going to have these different sections separated by the ages. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And then on top of that, we're going to put all of the additional cards. So we have all of the special cards that cost money here, the 3 cost cards. We've got all of your mid-game objectives as well. We've got all of these special assistants. And then we have all of the standard special cards that cost 1 and 2, as well as the promo biodome. And those all fit nicely in these 3 specific card trays. In addition, we have our starting resources if you decide to use that module, the Jumpstart module. So I really prefer this way because it takes a whole round out of the game, so it makes it a little bit faster. And then in this last section, we have the 4-player token in case you are playing with a higher player count. This is the Mimic space. So all of that is stored nicely in this box, and I do like having the box in here because it provides a flat surface for the game. Now there is going to be some lid lift. There's going to be about 1 inch of lid lift, but this makes it really nice and snug. Now the biggest reason for the lid lift, honestly, is what you're about to see, and that's all of the bottom here. So on the bottom, we've got the different production reminders. We've got the rule book for Underwater Cities as well as new discoveries. We've got the game board. And then we have lots of player boards. So in this game, the expansion gave you additional copies of player boards as well as new ones. And these player boards have recessed spaces in them. So really nice for keeping things well and organized. So they have a reprint of all the base game boards that are going to have those recessed areas, as well as brand new boards that are going to be able to use the Discoveries modules. So those are all in the base game. And the last thing that's inside here is the board for the Discoveries module. So this is going to be double-sided, so you have different effects for each side based on what you're feeling that day. And that's everything inside of the box. So let's go ahead and put it back. So first off, we'll put all of the recessed player boards in. Those fill out the bottom nicely. We're going to put the Discovery module in next. The game board. The 2 rule books. We'll put in the cards. We'll put in the silica gel packet in there. We'll put in our production boards. We'll put in our 2 organizers. We'll put in our cities. We'll put in our tiles. And then we'll put in our 4 sets of player components. And that is organizing Underwater Cities. If you have any questions about what you saw here, please let me know down in the comments below. How do you organize your copy of the game? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Do you have a game that you'd like to see organized in the future? Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Side Game Strong.